Hi everyone. Do you like my mustache? I I have been in a certain work situation recently where people that I think are on good terms with me are not, that they have some sort of issue when I have no issue at all with them. So I'm feeling led to make this reading about that. And that's really annoying to deal with. You know, when someone is constantly trying to pit you as some sort of enemy or problem, even to other people, just so they can bring you down. Libras have a problem with that, but not all of them. But just in the nature of Libra and Scorpio as well, maybe even Gemini, they really have a sickness sometimes in the toxic sides of the signs. They can pin everyone against someone that they just simply don't like for whatever selfish reason, and stretch truths or even make up small lies. And that type of thing doesn't fly with the spirit world. It doesn't. Maybe they get away with it for a little bit. Maybe they get away with it completely. But overall, once someone is marked after doing that to you, they're marked for good. And I wanted to dabble into what the cards are going to say about this. Let's see what the cards have to say for the collective watching this, for my audience. So for those of you that need a message pertaining to a situation like this, you have individuals around you that trust you. You're a trustworthy individual, okay? If you currently don't have that in your life, just know that you're worthy of gaining trust of others. And a lot of you need to hear, those of you that are truly in alignment, meant to receive this message, that are owed this message, that you won't be left in the dust and you won't be left behind, as much as you may feel that way on your own at times. There may be some skepticism by leaders or those that are in some sort of authority figure, but overall, they're using their intuition and their emotional intelligence to weigh out how they feel about you. You could have a water sign that is trying to pin others against you in some way, but it looks like overall you're receiving, because we have the King and the Knight of Pentacles, as well as the Six of Cups. So there's individuals that are trusting you and seeing you as trustworthy because you give to others, you're generous to others, you're kind. And that holds an example within itself of the type of behavior that mature individuals will look out for, is how you're treating others, because that's also how you treat yourself. If you treat yourself or treat others like they are lower than you or they're dirt, then that's how you're treating yourself. And that's not of the highest of spirits. Yeah, you're going to be continued success, money, income, stability, new opportunities. You're in a very big winning season. Those of you that find this video, you're meant to resonate with that. You're meant to know that Spirit ultimately wants everyone to be fortunate like this, to be in a potential promoted situation, or in a favorable light, or a favorable impression. You naturally hold this energy. It's very bright. And someone, because the way that this came out was that the 6, oh, sorry. Why did I think it was 6? It's the 9. It's the 9 of Wands. There's definitely more than 6 in this picture. The 9 of Wands is behind, hiding behind. So someone feels insecure because of you being better at how you leave an impression on people. Your aura may be brighter. Your positivity is contagious. Or your work ethic. There's something here about you being some sort of valuable prize in some way. But this is seen by others. It's not just something that you feel inside. This is seen and recognized by others. And there's somebody that feels insecure. And this has to do with the ego. It has to do with fire. Spirit, show me more about this behind the scenes character. What's going on with them? Why do they have such an issue with the collective? They are stressed out. They're stressing out. They could be jealous. They're feeling negative emotions about you. So I just heard that they cannot help but to like you as well. And they feel like they hate themselves more for liking you. They may have a problem with the entire human race. Some people are like that. Some people want to see humans struggle and fall flat on their face, but it can't be them. And that's giving what this person is like. We're just simply a part of their essence here. It could be very literally for you guys. You know people like this, or someone around you right now like this. You're aware of the situation. Spirit, show me more. Show me more. Thank you. Death. They could be losing a job. They could have some sort of health issue that keeps them away from you and the people that they once knew, which creates a change. It creates a different dynamic going on. There's a renewal happening, and my third eye is seeing this flower right now. There's a renewal. There's going to be a rebirth, so stick to something. Stay in the war zone if you need to, because you will be one of the last warriors there, one of the last soldiers. You're going to move up in some sort of rank here, because this is an underlying situation that someone is dealing with within themselves. And if they're trying to project that on you, you're safe from this energy. If they continue trying to destruct you, they're going to destruct themselves. They're going to corrupt their own reputation. Because naturally, the divine is giving you opportunities. The divine is giving you everything you need in order to be stable. The divine wants you to focus on this energy within yourself. Your own inner stability, your conviction, your sense of self and originality. And the fact that you are at a reach of big opportunities. You're very fortunate here. So don't take that for granted. And don't focus on, obviously, I'm going to say from a friend to a friend, from soul family to soul family, don't focus on any kind of negative energy that you feel and may be absorbing from these kinds of people. I just heard and saw the evil eye. A lot of you could be aware of the evil eye. And this is something that is very prevalent in humanity right now. There are people that try to kick each other out of jobs, positions, stability, surviving. It's a big deal. And what are the chances of me saying these words right now and the devil coming out? Some of you could be really fearful. You could be in kind of multiple kinds of situations that feel like this. Like you can't escape bad luck or some sort of like practical setbacks in a way, people that want to bring you this sort of ending, but it's only boomeranging back to them. That's the whole trick of the trade. But Spirit, why is the devil coming out now? I'm setting the devil aside. Why is the devil coming out? Some of you have felt like you're stuck in your bodies, like you can't escape your body, no matter what you do. But you have this you have a clean aura, you have a clean reputation. Don't worry. You continue to have emotional, rebirth and refreshing emotional feelings, even though there's sharp actions made behind your back. Some of you could be dealing with people talking crap, people saying unfortunate, unfavorable things about you, even though you're not deserving it in any way. You're not doing anything to attract that. You're just being innocently you. Some of this could feel like you can't run from it. Others of you are putting in extra effort. Some of you are putting in some sort of extra work, and you're being guided and told to do so, but it's causing for this sort of weird dynamic where people are like, you're just a show off, or they try too hard, or they are at an advantage because of how they look. You know, even with me, guys try to compete with me, and they don't even know the reality that I deal with. Like, especially when their girlfriend is with them, like, in a way, they're thinking, dang, he's good looking to a point where my girl probably will, like, want him more than me. And then they have a problem with me because of that. And it's like, I'm not doing anything. I'm just existing. So it could be... it could be something like that, honestly. That happens with girls too. It's very much the same in girl world. Like, a guy's falling and like is like wanting, I don't know, a more kind girlfriend, or one that treats him better. Maybe like he wants to be single again and get out of a relationship, but he's still in one. So this girlfriend that he brings places with him, and he socializes with a girl, that's like a huge problem for this older girlfriend, you know? So there needs to be, um, there can be some elusive emotions that you use. Also, this is telling me that it may be pretty smart to just kind of like wash this type of thing over, this energy that they try to do, because it's a tactic. When people go behind your back and they're like, yeah, you know, he's probably like this, and he just seems like this, and I'm not really sure about him or her. I'm not really sure, you know, like, I don't think she, like, is that hygienic, or, like, blah, blah, blah. Like, people are so, they try to find little things to cut you down and make you less of what you are as a whole. And when you're kind and you're like loving from your heart space, and that very much is a lot of human beings' natural states, is to just be giving, is to be loving and generous and authentic and real. Some of you may resonate with that, to where just keep doing this. And I'm saying that, like, continue being this Fountain. Some of you may have water placements, which allow this type of energy. I'm a Cancer. I totally relate. We can be like an endless supply of like buoyancy. I mean, I have Gemini placements, which give me that like, I don't know, fluttery lightheartedness. And yeah, maybe you're very loving and romantic to people, romantic on a like friendship level, kind of a surface level where you're just kind and you're like, you know, you smile, you have a twinkle in your eye. Some of you may resonate with this, okay? Just saying. Anyway, just continue being yourself. You have a lot of opportunities. Tap into this inner well. A lot of you will resonate with this, that you have this well of like resourcefulness, knowing how to maneuver the practical world. You could have Earth in your chart, or just be really keen, like very pragmatic, very practical, knowing that your boss is going to stick with you because you're mastering your workspace and you're not dabbling in the negatives going on in the background, or the coworkers that are on your same level. Okay, so it's a little bit of a chess game. Okay, and that's just simply how the dice rolls in humanity. It just simply is, and it's not to get negatively at anyone. It's to actually save yourself from being distracted by people who want to distract you with their unnecessary bullying, their unnecessary stress, negativity, confusion. They may be trying to confuse you. They could be figuring this out right now. But who cares? If you are really, truly in your healthy energy, they're going to feel like this, like, dang, I can't get to them. It's like something is like protecting them. Yup. That's because something is protecting you. And that's the secret that they can't figure out. That's the secret of this channel. That's the secret of tarot readers and spiritual leaders on this planet, that you can't get to us. We're inaccessible to those who try to drain us and eat away at the good blessings that we bring. Anyway, I just love it. I love that, period. When you know your power, you're going to use it for good. You're going to use it for good for yourself, first of all, so you can survive. We are also going to be using it for those who prove to be worthy of your protection, period. Those who are not worthy of your protection simply have to live with themselves until they figure it out. And I don't know what's going on here. Seven of Wands, Seven of Swords, and then the Queen of Wands is in between. Some of you, this is a very particular message, that there's a core level of authority that you have, and there's others that are not there yet. Okay? It could even have to be with age, or just simply like the kind of people you are. Like, you could be more of a leader, just naturally meant as a leader, energetically. You're known, you could feel well known, and people recognize you almost. They're like, who are you? Like, there's like that type of distinctness. I experience that a lot with strangers. It's like they like really look at me. They don't treat me like I'm just another person, It's kind of like, wait, there's that one there, and that's what I'm getting here. There's someone who doesn't have a healthy ego, or is constantly defensive and fights other people, or wants to fight other people. And then there's someone else who's just really sneaky, and they're like in their own world. And they may not think before they say stuff. Okay? I don't know. I don't really know how to decipher this, but it's giving that. and you're like kind of in the middle, like sitting like protected, and you're like, okay, um, I don't know. I'm gonna ask Spirit. Spirit, why is the Seven of Wands and the Seven of Swords here? People have a big sense. Certain individuals watching this, people have a sense, or they may think to themselves, like, do you have a lot of money? Like, are you hiding, like, the reality of, like, what you have? Some people may perceive you as being, like, wealthy or on your way to being rich, like you're meant for this type of level, and people can't come close to it. At least what's meant for you in the Akashic records. That hasn't come up in my readings. Like, I haven't remembered to mention the Akashic records in a while. But this is what it's giving. It's like there's a library of wealth and abundant energy, hardworking energy, intelligence, you know, that's like available for you. And a lot of you are one of a kind. That's definitely what I see here. Could have be a Libra rising or have Libra somewhere deeper in your chart. You're getting justice. Oh yeah, some of you need to keep this a secret right now. If you are aware that you have assets, whether it's family or you're about to get it or it's coming up in the future, make sure you keep that to yourself, okay? Keep to yourself like some of the private, obviously the financial situation you're in. Only share that with like someone very close to you that you can trust, or it's like close family or something. Um, yeah. There's people that want to take it. They want to take your place. They want to take what you have. But there's the mystery of who you are and like what who you are as an archetype energetically, your star your star code, your light code. That's what I meant to say. Your light code. That is your signature here with the black cat. That's like very specially imprinted on you. And people in power can directly kind of see that. People that are in authority, executives, higher ups in businesses, um, that you leave a solid impression on them, and it leaves them like, kind of questioning, like everything. And you're just really fortunate. You're very fortunate. You're gonna end up triumphing. Like you're gonna cross every hurdle that comes your way. No matter where you are, what you're doing, YouTube, even using social media, getting your views up, you're going to have increases. You're on a path right now of having major increases. And good news, kind of miraculously having a way paved out for you. Like Spirit does this right before your eyes, even though you're putting in work, but there's still things like surprises that come out of your experience. All right. Let me see what else Spirit has to say here. Is there anything else, Spirit? That is way too many cards. Some of you are being careful about budgeting and handling your money right now, as you should, while you continue working. There's a lot of coin cards coming out in this reading. So this is about, Spirit is confirming with you heavily that your money is on the way to you, and your money is meant to be protected. Very, very highly protected and guarded and shielded, okay? And it is. So don't worry. Just stand behind it, or stand in front of it, so to say. Like you're the keeper of this abundance, You have a fence around your garden. So all the food and all the work that you've grown, no one can touch it, no one can reach it, okay? Or that it's in a greenhouse with a padlock on it. Yeah, it's giving that type of energy. Yeah. Six of Wands. Can't, oh my gosh. And the Wheel of Fortune. I mean, and it's midnight right now. It just hit midnight exactly. So there's definitely synchronicities that this group that's come to this reading is experiencing. Okay? There's definitely like these like magical moments. You carry magic to you. You're in synchronicity with the universe. The universe is telling you, they're talking to you right now. 2555 on the timer. You can search that angel number up if you like to do that. 2555. The Magician just came out. Yeah. So through some sort of work, it could be very specialized to you here. Look at this. The chances of her coming back out here. Something belongs to you that takes kind of minimal work or like only a certain amount of work. This thing could take like 3 hours. Okay, this is kind of specific what I'm about to say. This could only take 3 hours, or it could take multiple days to do. Not sure. But it's something you might work on your own, and it supports your entire life. Like it supports the foundation of your life. And it's very magical. Like you're recognized in a way, you're recognized for some sort of work. And for those of you who are in something like of a bigger company, you know how if you're working like let's say for Barnes and Noble, even though you might be a manager there, a lot of managers or general managers feel like they're still in this like big room full of people that are in the same position as them. It's like they're another mannequin, so to say. Just saying. And that's figurative within like the feeling, the experience. Some people may be mistreated or mistreat themselves to a point where they don't any longer really understand the value or the distinctness, the specialness of who they are, where they are, how they've gotten to where they've gotten to. Some people could take it for granted. And what this is saying is like there's something that's meant for you, whether you're doing it now or you're about to, or you should be doing it, that really is like the world, humanity responds back to you in this one-of-a-kind way. For example, something artistic, something symbolic, or with music, those are just examples of, or like even there's some architects, or fashion designers that are known for their elaborate kind of one-of-a-kind work. No one's really done it like this one person, or the ideas, the innovative ideas that they have. It's giving very much cardinal sign. Cardinal signs, a lot of the time, are coming up with things. They're like birthing ideas, right? They're not necessarily going into a same pattern as many others would, as a fixed sign or maybe even mutable. So, yeah, I'm mentioning these things because they're just channeling through my psyche, my brain. Yeah. So keep that in your heart. Like keep it in your heart that something's waiting for you. Okay. There's a spot or a position that will be given to you, but you may need to continue working for it. And it may rub someone or some people off the wrong way, or they may not want to congratulate you. Just let them, like let the tide do its thing. Let your own spiritual forces, work and do their thing. excuse me, continue ascending and progressing, right? No matter what any sort of naysayers or people that don't want to congratulate you say or do, that's it's not your problem, you know. And it's if they are saying, you know, that's not my responsibility to congratulate people, blah blah blah. They whatever, you know. For some of you, there's a family member or somebody kind of ick that you've known for a while that's on the sidelines going like, it's typical, you know, but for you, it feels like so important. And it really is important. It is something that um, someone who loves you is going to be exuberant with you. They're going to be excited with you about it. They're going to want to celebrate with you about it. They're going to praise you, right? So be be very aware and do what you will. Make your decisions based on how people are treating you. Absolutely. If you feel that you deserve better treatment from someone or some people, let it be known. Absolutely let it be known. But do it with humbleness, with maybe some kindness, okay? A little bit of kindness, like almost like you're a mentor or um, you you are almost as if like a lot of you are empaths that you care about this person that isn't happy for you, you know? And so it kind of like gets them to be like, dang, like I do look bad. Which is true. I mean, even people I don't know. There was one girl today that I was at work and she said that she had just had a baby. And I was like, wow, like, and I was asking her, you know, how she was doing and how everything ended up. And she was explaining it was good and that she has to, you know, get a procedure done soon um, to like not have a baby anymore, like something like that. And I think it was some sort of relative to her that she was putting him in his place, and he I don't know if he potentially asked or was bad in the past, and you know, kind of in a way asked for mistreatment by her, but she seemed like she had enough of him. And he didn't seem like he had been taking care of himself. Yeah. I mean there's so many signs about that, right, that you can perceive, but also like how someone smells and their demeanor and their energy that you feel from them is really telling about how they've treated people and how they've treated themselves. Because if I treat people like crap, you know, chances are people are going to treat me like crap, and that kind of can eat away at really anyone. It's not a matter of being so strong to surpass, you know, all of that. No, that's your ego talking. But the spirit needs to be fed love and also give love. You know, that needs to be a healthy reciprocation that happens. So anyway, it looks like yeah, Spirit is confirming this that leave this person where they are. Anyone that's like that, right? That is like you come to them with this you're telling them something or you're exuberant, you're offering them your emotions, like I just did this, oh my gosh. And they are like, cool. You know, it's walk away. You know, don't do. You know, make sure you don't do it again. Just so your love doesn't go to the wrong place, right? Because it'll hurt you. They're gonna feel that way. Let them feel that way. Let them kill their own heart if they need to. You know, and that's simply just in the karmic laws of the universe. Truly, like what can we do about that? You have people coming towards you because you are a star. You need to know that. You have people coming towards the star. That's how that presented for me here. People are coming towards you because you have a bright aura. You have a big purpose, okay? You may be finding out about your purpose, still on your way to discovering it throughout your life. Me personally, I kind of discovered like my deep inner purpose earlier in my life when I was like 16 or 17. And that has to do with sustainability. I've talked about this in my previous videos, but environmentalism, things like that, right? And how that's connected to all of humanity and ecosystems and species of animals. Um, Making sure that we're thriving rather than dying out or hurting ourselves worse, hurting Earth worse. Because if we're going to live here and support our own lives, working, surviving, loving one another, hanging out with one another, um, we should multitask. Those of us who can and want to. Anyway, people like that. People like something about you. They could really like your work ethic, who you are, your personality, your natural organic essence. It could be very contagious. So there may be also like a love offer or someone that you really have a crush on that actually comes towards you or wants to. So just keep an eye out for that. Others also may be jealous because of that as well, because people like you and they don't find many people liking them as much. So just be watchful. You know, people will do what they want. Animals, we are animals. We are going to decide and have sovereignty over ourselves. Okay, eventually we'll figure that out. Most of us will, and a lot of you are gonna balance your situation out. Oh my gosh, you're currently balancing your yeah, yeah. Spirit is totally saying like keep going. Yeah. Oh my gosh, you guys. One after another here. They're saying continue moving on. You could have a mother figure or like a female on the other side in the spirit world that's passed away, and they're saying like continue with your optimism, continue with your ideas, move forward with your positivity, spread the positivity, get others that are just like you, okay, or that match you on your level of wherever you're at, okay, positively though, okay, not in any kind of like way where you're bullying people together, okay. No, you get what I mean. You can feel the energy as I'm talking here. that um you're balancing something out, and it's creating harmony in your life, like for your future. The angels are also assisting this for you. You're sitting in this Empress energy. um yeah, everything that's currently happening for you or is about to happen for you is in alignment with safety, protection, success, stability, abundance, having more than enough of what you need, um, and also having a sense of community and a big family or a small family of your own. Something like that here. All right. That's really happy. That's good. That's the only way I could really decipher those cards that came out like that. All right, Spirit, how many more cards are we going to get? Someone someone dealing with work or a powerful position here, and I don't know why maybe it's because it's the king and we saw the queen earlier, that this is someone else that matches your sense of artistry or your sense of inspiration or your ideas, what you want to do, your current passions. You could be in the food industry, you could be in retail, you could be in an entrepreneur, starting something out, something very specific in the spirit world or the spirit realm within your own psyche, an idea you have, and it has to do with work. You could be finding a collaborator here, okay? And they're going to present you with ideas or help open your mind. For some of you that make music or something and you need, like, for example, a producer, they're going to help you have a like discography because of the tools that they have, okay? And you're going to be like, whoa, I can do all of this stuff. And you can use your energy and your emotions in any way you want. You can express in any way. And then they come out in these different forms here. It's almost like different products, different ways to commercialize yourself, different positions. Someone may really upgrade you and say, you know, it's about time that you get a promotion. I'm picking you. You know, we have like a lot of new people coming through that don't step up to the plate like you do. So I'm gonna let you choose. Do you want to be the general manager? Do you want to be a shift manager? Do you want to be, um, et cetera, et cetera? Like it could be anything. Okay. Um, yeah. However it resonates, you can translate that for your situation there. Or even like someone may want to work with you in business, like be a collaborator. Yeah, there's celebration coming up here. There's a celebratory energy with people. So be excited for that, okay? All right. Yeah, something you already know or feel and sense is meant for you and is likely to happen will happen. That Queen of Cups I saw earlier as well. All right, let me get a maybe just one or two. Spirit is telling me just do one or two of these pure magic oracle decks, oracle cards. I mean, let's see. Spirit, what do you have to say for this group that is watching this video? Thank you. Continue being uniquely you. Continue having your look at the star power in your hand. You're like you're very powerful right now. Some of you I just heard are working out, okay? You could have a very bright, strong aura, and it's like concentrated. Like you're doing something to concentrate and make like your aura more pigmented, you know? It's like when you open your like an eyeshadow palette, usually the makeup community is like, whoa, when each one of those circles or squares of the eyeshadow are really bright colors, right? And it's giving that kind of essence with you, okay? Like you're like a special pick of the crop. People see you this way. This is how you naturally are presented here. 333 here as well. So the Empress energy. The Empress. Yeah. You have good luck right now. Sacred milk, druid magic, okay? Make sure you utilize this luck. Come around people, bless them with your presence. Because your presence actually is needed. It's a part of this ascension process that we're all going through. Some of you need to still make music or do something. Step out of the shadows. I just saw the songbird. Oh yeah, and a spirit is helping me with this. Yeah, stepping out of your home, some sort of like place you keep yourself a lot. Spirit wants you to venture out because you have all these familiar people that are waiting for you. Like it's kind of like it's the web. It's the web of um, intellect of humanity that loves and knows itself. It recognizes itself. So take a chance. Do something new. Could even be within your home, or you currently are. Continue doing so, and things are going to connect. Okay. If you've been like worried about money or something, like that's being resolved as much as you are, or as long as you are working on something like your goods or things you can sell, right? Make that money flow, making money into liquid. You also have levitation, higher ground, belief, mastery, meditation. Okay. Side note, meditate, calm down. Like I need to hear that right now because I go on a roll and I need to just chill and take a deep breath. You're gonna soon be arriving at some sort of higher ground. And look at this red hair. What are the chances of her having red hair? You could dye your hair red or naturally have red hair. Could be a ginger. Um, you just have like a brightness to you. It's something about you has changed or has always been this way. Your self belief results. It starts with self belief, especially when we're in the spiritual community. Your self belief and it to that same level as high as you have your self belief at, which is true self value, knowing the self, recognizing the self, and all of your capabilities. Um, Washing away doubts, washing away unnecessary energies and thoughts, right? To where you are only working with what strengthens you, what builds you into this truest form, this healthiest, clearest form of self. That you inspire others to do so simply by doing that process. Those who are in a time period or phase where they're not at that type of place in themselves won't attract like like impressions of mastery or it may not attract as many others who are similar like at that level. You get what I mean? It's like attracts like. So go with the flow and do what you need to do. I don't know what to really say. Just do what you need to do. You know it best on how to do this. Um, like cleanse yourself, strengthen yourself, be around the right people who fire you up in the funniest ways, and in the ways of work ethic and ethics. You get what I mean? It helps me a lot to feel inspired and at home within myself when I'm around people who think alike and who behave alike, who are mature, who use manners, you know, who are just more inclined to being an adult, right? That's just me. But yeah, I'm just getting that message coming through. There's this the universe is kind of keeping something a secret. And also just be a little cautious about who you share information with, about what you're dealing with, who you are, what you're going through, what you know. Um, some of it, keep it between you and spirit, you and God, you and the Akasha, the Akashic records, you know. Um, yeah, you're going to overcome any sort of obstacles. You're going to cut away at the weeds. And these people that they have no chance. They have no chance. Like anybody who's been trying to like grow weeds around the sword just get cut. You know, it's just they're like you're released because of how strongly you're protected energetically, like around your entire being, within your being. You know, there's no way that there can be an obstacle that stops someone with such a strong willpower here. That's what I'm seeing. So continue. Spend time outside in the daylight, in the sun. Absorb the sun. Just get your vitamin D in. Yeah. All right. And also eat healthy, you guys. Make sure you eat living foods. Fruits and vegetables that were picked from a tree, from the dirt, that have grown, sun, rain, you know, things like that. Like really, truly get that in you as well. Exercise, balance your body, keep that balance, moderate. The angels are going to be helping you manifest these big things as you take care of your body. As you take care of what you need to take care of, God the world, society will help you with the rest. Absolutely. Absolutely. It is 100% true. And the realest ones will come out and show themselves. Focus on them, okay? The ones that are your allies will stick with you, truly. Um, Everyone else, has to do these same exercises but find out how to do it on their own and really get past their karmic debt that they've created for those that have been chosen. Those of us that are chosen are on a trajectory, and it's only our own selves that can ruin that trajectory. Others are blocked from that. Ultimately, when you're chosen, when you're seen as such. So, yeah. All right, I'm going to end this here. It's 50 minutes of us talking. And I hope that this helped any of you that needed this information, this energy. Let yourself be driven. Let yourself rise up. And don't battle with your body, okay? Like, allow your spirit to work through these things on its own here. Release through spirit. And yeah, just take it easy too. All right, I love you guys, and I will see you in another reading. Bye-bye.